Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. And even saw Liverpool knocked out 2-1 at the hands of Arsenal at the Emirates in the FA Cup 5th round. This is, of course, the uncensored match reaction, so fuck! Well, I mean, we normally start with what wasn't great for Liverpool, so let's go there. Just not being clinical enough in front of goal. First half, I think, we started the brightest, much as we did at Anfield. And if we take our chances, much as we did at Anfield, I think that could have been a completely different game. As it was, we didn't. And Arsenal are a team, and this happens. This is just football. If you don't punish the teams, you don't punish good teams when you've got the chances against them. Odds are it's going to come back to bite you. Because look, although we did absolutely snot Arsenal at Anfield last week, they're a good side. They're a good side, and they're at home, and they're an even better side at home, and we've not got a great away record, and we've got a terrible record at the Emirates. So I don't know what was to be expected there. That was just a major disappointment for me. And in years gone by, I mean, we've said this. Look at this. In the time we've been making these shows, we've been here going wasteful again in front of goal. Whereas look, we're scoring goals for fun. So I'm actually not too disheartened by that. It's just a bit annoying because we've been so good in front of goal that when we're not, it feels just weird. I've gotten used to us just scoring many goals every time we take to the field, so it was a bit of a strange situation. Performance-wise, I thought we looked a lot better in the second half. I think they did exactly very similar to what we did, albeit with a lower scoreline at the start of the second half. Come out, get that other goal, and basically it changes the complexion of the game, because at 1-0, a goal would have changed the game completely for us. For us to go and get that second goal was very important, and obviously that's where you've got to give some credit to them. But after they got that, I think Liverpool's commitment and desire was fantastic, and the way we attacked them. And ultimately, I said this on Twitter just after the game. On another day, we'd have probably come away with at least a replay out of that. Anyway, let's go to some of your comments anyway, because who wants to listen to me moan about this? Like Steve Goodlow. How is Howard Webb still employed? If I was that bad at my job, I'd be fired. What he said. Fucking what he said. Oh man, Arsenal fans, you'll be watching, because you will, because you're doubtless coming to get some revenge on me for being so happy last week. Come on. I mean, look, I'll admit the first penalty is soft as fuck. Look, he goes in, he does kick him in the box. I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's the kind of tackle that, it's not in the true grit of English football style tackle, is it? But it's a pen, defo. Second time round, it's a pen. It's a pen all day, all night, every day of the week, 365 days a year. It's a pen. Just the Webb this. What's this? Prick. Here's my prick detector. Webb. And if we got that I know it's easy to sit back and say like, oh well, if we got penalties and blah blah blah, we shouldn't have had to rely on penalties. Let's be clear. But if we get that, we get a second penalty, 2-2, Liverpool on the front foot, Arsenal are in a world of trouble there. So yeah, Howard Webb's a big bag of balls, isn't he? And when Raheem Sterling touched his nipple, his reaction pulled out of people's eyebrow. What's that all about, Webb? Maybe he was shocked at how aroused he was, just the touching of the general erogenous zone. Maybe that's a real button for Howard Webb. I just don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Actually, what was the people's eyebrow all about? And any insults or thoughts on Howard Webb's referee performance, leave them in the comments below. Dan at Mr. Dan, my check switched off for both goals. Another day we would have won. Important decisions going the wrong way. Bring on Swansea. Again, that's it. I mean, their first goal. I said on Twitter, how many times have we conceded goals like that this season? Just a loose ball drops in the box and it drops to a player in the right place at the right time to slot it home. It happened against Everton, the one that sticks out of my mind. But I think it's happened a few times, and it's so frustrating because sometimes there's nothing you can do about a ball just taking a deflection and bouncing somewhere. And it just adds to the fucking annoyance. And yeah, I think maybe we've been a bit more alert at the back. I don't know. Some people criticising Brad Jones. I'm not having that. I thought he had a pretty good game. I thought what he had to do, he did very well. Made an excellent save from Ozil, which was their only other clear-cut chance in the game. And I thought really did very well, caught a few, come out and got some very, very good, strong and important punches on stuff, so I thought he had a good game. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Daniel Lewis at The Vengeance 97, good name. Before the match, I thought that if we lose, it's not a big deal, but watching the game and seeing we were the better team, fuck this. Exactly this. We were saying in the match build-up, like, it's a win-win for Liverpool, isn't it? Being very like, well, you know, whatever. We snotted them in the league. The league's the most important thing. Cup run would be lovely. But if we go out, you know, so be it. We can focus on fourth place or whatever. And I agreed. Look, I said, it doesn't really matter. We weren't expected to win. Again, we've got a terrible away record, even worse at the Emirates. They're a very good side. Obviously, you know, a wounded animal, whatever other analogies you want for... to describe Arsenal's approach to this game. They would have wanted it. We don't need any more distractions from our one game a week that we have to play between now and the end of the season. Yeah, and so I was like, yeah, it's fine. Look, if we lose, so fucking what? It's another game for Arsenal, which could cause them to cock up their thing, and maybe it'll open a door for us higher up the league. But watching the way we played that game and the chances we had and the football we played at times, fuck. I'm devilled. I want to be very like, I know I don't see it at the minute, but I'm on a roll. I wanted to walk away from that game and be like, you know, wash my hands of it. Well, good effort, lads, fair play. But no, I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off because, and we've had this a couple of times this season, in years gone by when we've lost games. Fucking hell, look at the game we lost at the Emirates at the start of the season. We were dreadful. They were boss. We were fucking shocking. And if we played like that today and gone out there and gone, you know what, fair fuck's like. But the fact that we came, you know, within maybe arguably a penalty decision and in a couple of instances, a save or two, a leg from Fabianski here or there, you know, we came away from at least a replay. It really frustrates me because when you get that close, that's when you start to visualise it and you really start to want it, and that's what they've done. And that shouldn't be a criticism of Liverpool or Brendan Rodgers at all. That's actually a really good thing for a change because it shows how much we just want to be involved with stuff, and it shows how far Liverpool have progressed. That we can go toe-to-toe with teams that a season ago we were anything in the same. Look, let's be clear, we weren't in the same league as Arsenal last season. I know those of you may have take a cursory glance at the Premier League will tell you that's bullshit, but what you know what I mean is that they were like years ahead of us for a few seasons now, and we got to make the jump that we have done. I'm glad that we're back being competitive again, and that's why I'm so pissed off that we've not progressed, and particularly with the fucking shite in the next round as well. You know, just how sweet it could have been. Maybe take Arsenal to a replay and snot them and then go and do it. It doesn't matter now, of course, but you know, that's why I'm not like sweetness and light. That's why it was a struggle to drag my ass down here to do this. Okay, let's see. Motionless in Monster at Lukanescence. We played better in my opinion, but Fabianski would not let anything in. There is a plus to us losing though, no Brad Jones. Like, I'm not taking Brad Jones' stick, but Fabianski, I mean, if you've got to give Arsenal man of the match, I mean, you can give it to Oxlaide-Chamberlain, I thought was excellent, but I think you've got to give it to Fabianski, ball told. In fact, you probably deserve to give it to Oxlaide-Chamberlain because he's a lucky lad, isn't he? Very lucky. Okay, with my Liverpool man of the match, Steven Gerrard. I thought he was excellent again, and it goes back to my point about the Emirates early in the season and how far Liverpool have come in half a season's football, let alone in the year and a half under Brendan Rodgers. Is that Steven Gerrard was woeful in the league at the Emirates. I mean, and we were all saying, is it time for him to hang up his boots? He's past his best, blah, blah, blah. Now, he was outstanding. I thought he was very, you know, pulled the string. Some of the passes he was playing, fantastic penalty as well. I just thought he was great. Yeah, I mean, he probably should have got sent off. In fairness, he needs to cut those rash tackles out of his game, particularly, you know, in the defensive positions. As my dad pointed out to me, people who criticise Lukas for giving away silly free kicks and yellow cards, doesn't dive in, never throws himself in for slide tackles that he can't win. That's something that Lukas doesn't do. So there's, you know, rough with the smooth, but also he doesn't pay 40-yard crossfield passes to people's feet. So there you go with that. Let me know who's your man of the match for Liverpool in the comment section. Who impressed you, who didn't impress you. Send me all these comments if you can. We're going to be doing the full final word show, as you should well know, when I'm on the redmentv.com. I'm going to be filming that tomorrow evening. We'll have more people in the studio and time to pull it apart in greater detail. So I want to know, give me your ratings for Liverpool players as well. Liverpool all the way from Jones up to Sturridge or whatever. I want ratings out of 10 if you would, please. And anyone who stood out. I mean, Daniel Sturridge, was he just trying too hard? He had chances to win the game for us there, didn't take them. Luis Suarez, I mean, I was asked the question, I'll see if I can find it. Should we be worried about Luis Suarez in front of goal. Let's see if I can find it. Unfortunately, I can't. But yeah, you know, Luis Suarez hasn't scored for a few games now. Is that a concern? Should we be pushed further up the field? Let me know all the answers to these in the comment section. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, Red. I want to say it's just the FA Cup. What I will say is, don't, for the fucking love of God, say we should focus on winning the league now. Shh. If you're thinking like that, you're probably going to be very disappointed. Look, we just got to focus on winning as many league games as possible, to paraphrase Brendan Rodgers, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the season. But none of this, like, now we have to go and win the league. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, look, thanks very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, give the video a little thumbs up as well underneath. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. And don't forget to watch us on the redmentv.com for more full uncensored analysis with more than just me raving and ranting on as well. And there'll be more shows, and there's always more shows. It's free for a month, and then it's just £2 a month after that. If you're not asked and you can't be asked, so that you can cancel it during your trial month, and it costs you nothing. What have you got to lose? You have to say the redmentv.com. Go and fucking do it now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and good night. Ta-ra.